Hi, I'm Monica Breckenridge with Pink Realty, and today we're going to talk about the buyer's inspection. So this is after we have the home under contract. Usually the buyers will do an inspection within 7 to 10 days after going under contract. We would like them to get it done as soon as possible because if they're going to walk for any reason, it's going to usually be during that inspection period. So be prepared to leave the home during the home inspection. We typically do not want the buyer and seller communicating with each other. I have literally seen deals fall apart because a seller was home during an inspection. A buyer got so mad and frustrated and they didn't get along, they butted heads, and the buyers made excuses to walk because of the inspection. So please do not be there for the inspection. It's never a good idea. Buyers can do several types of inspections. The first one is going to be a general home inspection that will last about 3 hours, and the inspector will be going through. They are going to be licensed and insured, so they will be going through, turning on lights, turning the water on, checking for leaks, checking every nook and cranny in the house. So make sure you have your valuables locked up, but shouldn't have any concern. But they will be going through the house and basically checking everything. There could be secondary inspections like a radon. This is going to be a radon detector is going to be in the basement. You got to keep all the windows and doors closed except when going in and out, and it has to be tight and locked in for approximately 3 days for the test for the radon. Colorado has extremely high radon levels, so a lot of buyers are testing for radon. If the radon comes in higher than 0.3, then many times the buyers may ask for a radon mitigation system, and that's going to be around $750. They may do a termite inspection. They may have specialty inspections. They may bring in an electrical person, a plumber. They may have an engineer come in. They may test the sewer lines. There may be multiple kinds of inspections, and they have the right to do that during that inspection period. Now, before the inspection objection and deadline, they have to send us an inspection objection. They may not object to anything, but if they do, then we have to go back into negotiations. They may have a whole list of items that need to be fixed. Usually the older homes will have more items than newer homes. And things will pop up that you won't even think about. So little safety issues that wasn't even a concern, but the inspector flagged it. So the buyers may walk if items don't get fixed, or they may stick around if you decide not to. It just depends on what a sticking point is. I see some buyers who don't even send an inspection objection. They just terminate the contract because they're so freaked out by the condition of the home. So be prepared. The buyers will usually ask for repairs, and we'll go back into negotiation. Once we all agree mutually, we have to write up an inspection resolution, and this is basically the items that will need to be corrected before closing. Make sure when you're doing this stuff that you provide receipts to me, because I will need to give that to the buyer's agent, and the buyers will do a walkthrough prior to closing to verify that the items are done. So make sure all the items are done at least 2 days before closing, and get them done as soon as possible, because if the buyers want to close sooner and you're moved out, then we don't want last minute repairs holding up the closing. Sometimes a buyer's lender will do their own inspection, and this is especially for investor flip properties. If you haven't owned the home that long, or if it's an investor who recently flipped the property, the lender may require their own independent inspection. So we may get 2 separate inspection objections, one from the lender, one from the buyer. And if it's the lender, guess what? The buyers will not be able to get their loan unless those items are fixed. Yes, the buyer could technically fix those items, or the seller, but if it's one of those things where the buyer's not going to do it, it may be something that you have to do.